No, the character model we're doing, but remember we're made Tatooine. We have Tatooine. We have robots. We just added some interiors like Luke's house kind of thing. We have the same kind of like you can shoot. We actually have these same robots, I kind of as these guys. So it's pretty similar. The game we're making though in this class, as you can see, is we're gonna do Call of Duty Zombies, but Star Wars style. So instead of
I like
zombies,
Michael already. He treated me Red Bull.
like father like son. I was, yeah. So yeah, but you can see also Antonio in this class. I have a bunch of superstars who have their cameras on, who participate. Even former President Barack Obama has joined us. If you look at Michael's screen right behind him, it's a pretty popular class, especially among ex-presidents. So it's pretty good. Kasai says, "You seen the MetaHuman trailer for Unreal Engine?" No, I haven't. Do you want to post the link? I have not seen that. I would like to though.
All right, sir. So I'm either gonna be back or I'm not gonna be back because I'm gonna go see if my code works now.
All right,
If it
sounds
doesn't
good.
work, then I'm just staying in your class for the rest of the class period.
Sounds good to me. All right, sounds
All right,
good.
all right.
Okay, so we're live streaming now, and let's go over what we have in doopity doo. Okay. So, and Michael, at the end of class, I want to talk to you about Game Dev Club stuff. Okay. So don't let me forget. Yeah, go ahead. I'll see you in a minute, Noah. Okay, so we got all this stuff, right? We're collecting credits. Currently, they don't kill us or anything good like that. So, last time
Can't
we.
see the screen.
Oh, you can't see the screen. Thank you. Appreciate you telling me that. There's that. And then here, Kasai dropped the link to the Unreal Engine MetaHuman. Let's take a look at this real quick because this just sounds pretty cool. What could this mean, MetaHuman creator?
I could be one of many.
No.
主人公にだってなれる
Je pourrais être architecte.
Ou guide.
Quizá un artista. You create the narrative.
I am MetaHuman.
Oh my gosh, this is incredible. I'm like, what is it? Is this a plugin? Is this going to be built in Unreal itself? Is it... ...3D models in minutes. Human models in minutes. MetaHuman Creator. Oh, what on earth? Epic announces MetaHuman Creator is a browser-based app that lets developers create real-time 3D character models in less than an hour. What the heck? Okay, I am fascinated. Part of me why I'm fascinated is because Epic has basically no experience and it's the only thing that they just don't seem to contribute to the 3D modeling space. It's always got to use some other program for the 3D models. It's like I'm almost embarrassed because sometimes we're making a game. People are like, when do we get to make the character? And I'm like, well, you don't really. We'll get it from somewhere. Whoa, wow, that's really cool. So let's see if we can find a timeline on that because I almost spent a disgusting amount of money on something called Iclone recently, which is another software tool that allows you to create characters, not from scratch. I'm not going to use Blender to make a whole human being character from scratch. Like, I got games to make. Like, that's not, you want something dedicated. You want something with sliders and customization and stuff, of course. So... Interesting. MetaHuman, Unreal, browser-based. So I'll be able to log in. And this is great, too, because Adobe, in their arrogance and hubris, discontinued Adobe Fuse, which you remember I had Adobe Fuse installed on the iMacs. Most people didn't use it, but I had it installed there. I used it. The characters in my game are from Adobe Fuse. It's a character creator. The characters in Phasmophobia are from Adobe Fuse. I know that because one of the characters looks so similar to one of my Egyptian characters that one of the multiple that you play. I could tell the face because he's one of the. I got rid of him a while ago because it was basically the unedited version of one of the models, and they had it, and I'm like, oh, they use Adobe Fuse. You can't download Adobe Fuse from Adobe. You have. Thankfully, I have my own copy on like a flash drive, and now there's just no 3D modeling, human 3D modeling software at all from Adobe. Like, it didn't replace it with anything; just got rid of it. So the only thing I could do right now is use this other program called Iclone, which I've been considering and still am considering, but it's like $1,000 for the software, for everything you need. But it integrates in Unreal really well. But this is a big surprise to see that Epic is now jumping into this, which totally makes sense that they should and that they could. Really, really fascinated by this. So let's actually take a look and see what this is gonna be about. Like I said, guys, you're learning the technology of the future. You're going to see this stuff make its way into film and television way more than it's already being made. Mandalorian was just a little slice of it. Register for updates. So, sneak peek trailer. Yeah, Kasai, thanks for being on top of this and showing me this. I see. So they partnered with some companies for this kind of thing. Wow. And this is old Unreal stuff, so I know that like the human skin and this right here. This guy is something you can download. I just downloaded him recently from the Learn tab. See how they made it, the material, all that. So High Quality is made easy. Get the sample project. Register for updates. Let's get the sample project. And okay, so if you guys remind me, oh my gosh, okay, we have a sample project here. If you remind me. Next time, I will. I'll do a demonstration of this for you. We'll open up the sample project and we'll see what happens. You just gotta remind me, okay? Kasai is our new leader. Yeah, let's download this. I know this is a little bit of a veer from what we were talking about a second ago, but I want to see this. So. That's extraordinary, though. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be able to try this out already in Unreal. Oh, external link. Oh, okay, so I have to sign in from here. Gotcha. All right, sign in real quick. I'll leave that open. We'll download it later because I have a feeling it'll be really big. But yeah, remind me, and we'll take a look at MetaHuman. I'm super, super interested in that. Wow, really glad we clicked on that. It was a risky link. I thought there was like a 90 to 80% chance it was going to be a Rickroll. But I had faith in you, Kasai. I had faith in this class, and my faith paid off. All right, so we're going to continue development on our Star Wars COD. We need to get some systems in here. Like, these guys can't even kill me yet. Like, how lame is that? Why can't they kill me? That's ridiculous. We're still like stuck. There's nothing interesting to go to in the level. There's no like, I don't know, boundaries and stuff. So here's what I'm gonna do. First thing, I want to add some like maybe glass walls to this or something. Although now I'm kind of worried I have to make it curved glass. Let's see what we can do with our static mesh here. Soul Bridge, Searchlight. Let's see. Looking at our static meshes here on the left. What kind of neat options we have. I got this command bridge. All right, what do you guys think we should do today? Should we do systems or should we do environment? That's the question of the day. I'll put it in the form of a poll. You guys will vote. Poll's now live. Everybody vote. We're going to design the systems or the environment. Both kind of go hand in hand. If we do the environment, we can start getting the, hey, you got to purchase a door to get over here kind of system, which I really want to do. If we do the systems, then, maybe we start with the purchasing of the door system, blueprint kind of thing that you go up to, that kind of thing. While you do that, while you all vote, let's check out our character. Make sure this camera boom it is sticking way out there, and I hate it when it does that because it makes it so that people bump in your camera really annoyingly. That might be better. All right, let's check out on the poll. So far, environment, systems, I need a lot more people voting. 39 people in this call. 12 votes isn't enough. So everybody vote. Guys' comments are hilarious. Okay, we have more votes. It looks like systems is winning, so let's go with systems. Okay, now you're really stretching, Thomas, there. Okay, so let's do the purchasing of the door system, I think. We'll do that. Let's see what core systems we need right now. Like I said, there's no player death yet, which there really should be. So let's do player death. Okay, so third-person character. We don't even have a health variable. Let's start with making the health variable. I'm going to duplicate our credits variable since it's integer, and that's good. We'll name it health. Okay, so we're doing an integer variable called health, and I'm just going to treat health as like the number of times you can be hit by a zombie. Or, right? And then we can multiply the more powerful zombies, they take longer. So, I don't know. But we'll do, we'll give the health a default value of 5, let's say. 5 or 4. I have a question for you guys. And this is a design question that we need to answer as a class. Since we are doing Star Wars, even though it's Call of Duty Zombies, should the robots shoot at you with blasters and stuff the way they actually would in Star Wars? Or do they have to get up to you and actually hit you the way they would do with Call of Duty? I think it really has to be either or, Tristan says hit.
So robots that would fight against you as well?
Well, robots that are fighting at you, that are fighting, these robots that are chasing you and fighting, right now I'm treating them like a zombie because that's what happens in Call of Duty Zombie. They overwhelm you, they get closer to you, right? But if this was like a real Star Wars battle, wouldn't the robots be shooting at you? Isn't that what they do?
What if they're disarmed? Like they don't have any weapons?
They could all be, okay, they're disarmed. All right, that's a justification, I guess, yeah. That's fine, I guess. You could do both. Yeah, that's what George says. What if they're zombie bots? They're zombie bots. Yeah, true. Anybody think that let's assume we're not doing both. We're just doing one or the other because they are different systems. Are we going to make it so that the zombies shoot at you from afar, like a real Star Wars battle, or they got to come up to you and melee you? And assuming it has to be either or, what do you think they should do? Let's do a poll on this one too. Forgive my insolence. Let's do another poll. Let's do a poll on this. How should the robots fight you? Melee? All right, that poll is now live. Vote for what you think would be the best method for us being attacked from the enemies. As you vote, I love making polls. Sure. As you vote, I'm going to continue fleshing out this health system that I made. So health, let's make a custom event here. This will work regardless of the melee or blaster situation. We're gonna make 2 events. We're gonna make one event responsible for draining the health, another event responsible for adding back the health. So that's actually pretty easy. Custom event whose name is add health, and then another custom event damage health. And in these custom events, we'll get our player health set health to itself, where we're adding the health, plus some number, which is the amount that you're supposed to add it by. Amount to add. Okay? And then that becomes the health. Now, what if I'm worried about, like, you know, because we could have like an item that triggers this, you know, just an event tick after a certain amount of time you heal back up. But I would be worried that somehow if this keeps getting executed because you pick up so many items or you leave tick running, that they end up having, you know, 3,000 out of 10 health. How do you limit that? So we could actually limit it by doing something called a clamp node. So let's clamp the value between a minimum and a maximum. And I'm going to say the maximum health is 5. And by doing that, even if this gets run again, it never will go above 5 because we're clamping it there. If you really want to make that a variable called maximum health, you could. But I don't think your health can really increase in Call of Duty, right? Typically. But the melee should be a taser like R2D does, right? They come up. All right, so very similar deal with subtracting health. Okay, I'm going to do this as well. So when it comes to damaging the health, we're going to basically copy the same thing, except we're going to subtract, so minus some number, the number that we pass in through damage health. We're going to name that amount to, just name that damage amount. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Damage amount. So health minus damage amount is the new health. And we're going to clamp it as well. That way it can't go below 0. So we don't get like negative 80 health, right? And we're also going to add some code on this to check whether the player should die or not. If the player is dead, okay, kill the player, do the whole death event thing. You get health over time after not getting hit. Yeah, that's what I figure. So what we'll probably do is call this event on event tick off a delay or something. But for damage health, now, if the health is 0, we need to make the player die. So we'll do this like this. Grab the health, ask if it is equal to 0, in which case, player got to go bye-bye. Or at least restart the game or something. So we want to kill the player here. So a couple things we could do. We could do, for example, stop movement. We'll stop the player from being able to move. So it'll freeze them in place. And then we could have like some kind of like, you know, widget that comes on screen with a sound that, hey, you gotta, you know, you gotta restart. So let's make that widget. User interface, widget blueprint, W_death screen. And what we're gonna do, similar to Call of Duty, where everything kind of gets gray and black and white and like blurry, we'll add a blur, background blur, so the whole screen gets blurry. Make that as big as the screen, and anchor it so that it fills out the screen. Set the blur strength to like 5. I'm going to check on that poll in a second, so make sure you've all voted if you haven't voted yet. Maybe 3 is the blur strength. Okay, that's a good blur strength. And we'll make it like a dark red, maybe. Indicate, okay, you know, you've been hit too many times. Oh, I can't tint this, so what I actually want to do is add an image. Well, the image back here. We'll make the image go behind the background blur. Actually, it can go, yeah, like that. And tint it red. Oops. Red. And make it super see-through. So it's just a tone of red. Okay. Now we want to make that show up on screen along with maybe some text. So let's bring up text on our canvas panel. And what do you guys think the text should say? Should it say restart? Should it say you died? Should it say the force was not strong with you? What should the text say? You can unmute your mic or write it in the chat. Just go with the simple game over. The dark side is 1. The force was not strong. Okay, you guys seem to like the force. Okay, we'll do that. The force was not strong with you. And we'll set that to like 35. Oh, why did I put a question mark there? Oops. All right. So we'll do a little fade in animation, fade in, where we fade in the whole screen because we don't just pop it on screen. We want the whole thing to fade. So add track here. We're going to add a track for the whole canvas. That's everything. Okay, everything in our widget is on the canvas. So you can add a render opacity track, and we can say, hey, after 1 second, you're going to go from no opacity. So let's set the opacity to 0, totally unseeable. And if I hit play here, to full opacity, and it fades in. And let's actually have the text fade in right afterwards. So it's kind of like the screen fades in and then the text fades in. So we'll add another track for the text. We'll do opacity track for the text as well. And that will fade in a little later. So that'll be 0. So now something like that. Force was not strong with you. And I think it needs to be a little bit slower. Something like that. All right, let's just make sure that those animations play as soon as the widget shows up on the screen. So we can just tie our play animation to on construct. Okay, so that's when our widget is created. So it's like the begin play for the widget on construct. And what we could do, we could have a restart button right there or not. I'm not sure if we want to do that, but yeah, we'll see. All right, I'm going to check the poll. Poll says Melee. Oh man, you guys, the poll was really close. Out of 18 votes, Melee won 10. Shooting you with blasters won 8. So I think we have to make it a melee situation, just like in Call of Duty, which is good. So let's do that. So going back to our player character, we stopped active movement. Okay, this is our death screen. Okay, we've decided to have a health of 0. Right. So what we're going to do is now create widget. And we're going to create the death screen up there, just like that. And then you have to add to viewport. Right, we've all done this before. Create screen, create widget, add to viewport. And now we're going to hit play. By the way, I totally skipped the atmosphere. Hey Google, play Star Wars music. Now we'll get some atmosphere going. You should only respond after the round ends, like in COD. So like you can follow your other friends and stuff. I agree with you. That's why I was kind of didn't want to put the. I felt like it wouldn't make sense to put the respawn button there. So okay, so we've got that there. Now we just need to actually get our health to drain so that we can actually test and see this part happen. So we made this event called damage health. We need our zombies to damage our health. So let's make a custom event called hit player or something. Custom event hit player. And this will be caused when, we'll kind of develop sort of an AI for our enemy to figure out, okay, you got to hit this guy or not. And of the guy's hand, then we'll do it that way, something like that. Then we'll damage health, basically. So what we should do, though, is passing into this event we should pass into this event the player character, third-person character right now, that they're trying to hit. So player character. And so if hit player happens, what we'll then do is call the custom event called damage health to the player character. Now this damage amount, we could type in some number if we want into there, or we could make a variable out of it, which could be like zombie strength. My only question is, do the zombies have a strength in Call of Duty Zombies, or do they all have the same amount of strength? Like, I know their speeds change significantly. They can run around and jump at you and stuff, but I think they all hit you. They all hurt you the same amount. Is that right?
Yeah, same amount of strength, but just faster and more.
Okay. So we won't make a variable out of this. We're just gonna say, hey, when they hit you, they hurt you by. Let's do 2 for now. Which out of 5, that means if they hit me 3 times, then we're dead. They don't jump. Okay. So hit player, damage health. So now we just need to make it so that we can actually trigger this event called hit player. This code says, hey, go after the time when you're doing a single player game. When you're doing a multiplayer game, that means that all the zombies are going to go after that guy, and me and the other 3 people are fine. Nobody's chasing us. So that's not really that good. So what we could do, and I think we'll do this next time, and I'll put in the notes, is we want to do, yeah, we do want to do this. We're going to make a function. Oh, this is for the wrong class. That's for our regular Call of Duty Zombies class. Let's go to 7. Our notes for period 7. All right. What we're going to do next time, we're going to make a function that gets the nearest player character. Which is why, like, if the zombies are coming in from one window, while they're going to go after you, not the guy 10 feet behind you. You're the nearest one. The zombies need to have some AI that says, giving the nearest one at all times. And that's a bit of a function. I'll show you how we do that, but it's a bit of a function. Make a function that gets the nearest player character. Make a tick event with a delay, of course, that when within range causes the zombie enemy to call the event hit player. Now, what I really like about that is it's not dependent on like the animation or anything. First off, I don't have an animation for making him hit the guy. We could spend an entire class making one, or we could, buy one or whatever. But right now, even if the guy's just there, he doesn't have to hit you, which is cool because maybe we don't want to hit. Maybe we want some other kind of situation like we were talking about with the laser blasters or something. But really, all our code's going to say is, hey, is the guy in the acceptable range that he's so close that he should be able to hit the player? Oh, he is? Okay, every 0.72 seconds, whatever, cause this hit event to happen. Damage the player, damage the player, damage the player, that kind of thing. And then if you want to add the animation on top of that, you can. But our code is not dependent on the animation at all, which I think is good. You don't really ever want to have your code-based things dependent on visual-based things like animations. You want animations to be dependent on the code-based things, not the other way around. So I think that's good. Tristan says, I just realized what we could do for the Hell Round Ewoks. I love it. Cool. So we need to find models. So between now and Tuesday, which is going to be when we next meet. We're going to meet next Tuesday because we have Monday off for President's Day. Can I have a few of you maybe make concept art for how we design out this kind of Death Star interior? Like, where are we going? Are we going to the engine room? What does that look like? Are we going to like the pod bay, the ship hangar, where you can see the ship sitting there? So that would be number one. If anybody knows concept art, put your email in the chat right now, and I will make a Google meet with you guys. And then my other question is, will some of you guys find me some models? I want Star Wars specific models. A great website is called Turbo Squid and Sketchfab. Actually, Sketchfab's probably better. go to Sketchfab, you can Google it, and find some models of a TIE fighter, you know, that kind of stuff. Stormtrooper helmet, like, so that we can have some props that we don't have to make, you know, for it's been forever making, but we can introduce in the game. So Sketchfab, if it's free, that'd be great. All right, Elsa's going to be a concept artist. Any other concept artists? Before I let you guys go.